This is All India Radio. The news read by VC Pramod. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held bilateral talks with his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe in Bangkok today. They held a discussion on a host of issues of mutual interest, including on preparing the ground for India-Japan 2+2 dialogue and the annual summit to be held later this year. Later, Mr. Modi took part in the luncheon meeting on sustainable development. The Prime Minister is taking part in the 14th East Asia Summit EAS, which began today. The EAS is a unique platform of the Asia-Pacific where leaders hold discussions on various development aspects in the region. Official sources said the agenda for today's East Asia Summit is to review the future direction of cooperation and exchange views on regional and international issues. The Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership RCEP summit is also taking place later in the day. RCEP is a comprehensive free trade agreement being negotiated between ASEAN nations including India and China. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis met Union Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi today. Mr. Fadnavis sought more assistance from central government for farmers affected due to unseasonal rain in the state. Later, talking to reporters, Mr. Fadnavis expressed confidence that a new government will be formed soon. Union Minister for Environment and Climate Change Prakash Javadekar has said that a responsible behavior should be adopted by the people to tackle the problem of air pollution. He was speaking on the sidelines of a function in New Delhi today. The minister expressed happiness that this time there was a drop of over 70% in firecracker use during Diwali. Earlier, delivering the inaugural address at ICC Sustainable Conclave 2019 on chemical industry in India, environmentally sound management, Mr. Javadekar said the NDA government is ready to give freedom to industries if responsible care is exercised by them. He asked those gathered at the conclave and all the stakeholders to create an end-to-end system which is sustainable. He also spoke about water efficiency and stressed on preserving and conserving it. He said Indian lifestyle is very environment sensitive and pro-environment, but this aspect is not seen in business practice. The odd-even car rationing scheme to curb air pollution in the national capital came into effect from today. It will continue till the 15th of this month. Today, vehicles with number plates having an even number like 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8 as the last digit are allowed to ply. The scheme will be in effect from 8 am to 8 pm on all days except Sundays. The scheme restrictions will not apply to two-wheelers, women drivers and vehicles being used for medical emergencies and ferrying school children. Delhi government has deployed over 2,000 additional buses to cater to public transport demand during the period. Delhi Metro will also run 61 additional trips during the 12-day scheme. In a tweet, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal urged people to abide by the odd-even scheme, saying it is for everyone's benefit. Violations of the rule will invite a fine of 4,000 rupees. Our correspondent reports over 600 teams of Delhi Traffic Police and the Transport and Revenue Departments have been deployed for a strict implementation of the scheme across the city. In Jammu and Kashmir, at least 10 children were injured in a grenade explosion at Goni Khan Market near Hari Singh High in Srinagar. Security sources said all the wounded persons have been shifted to Srinagar's Sri Maharaja Hari Singh Hospital for treatment. Further details are awaited. The Supreme Court today agreed to consider according urgent hearing to the bail plea of former Congress leader Sajjan Kumar, sentenced for life by the Delhi High Court in a 1984 anti-Sikh riots case. A bench headed by Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi took note of the submissions by Kumar's advocate that the bail plea be accorded urgent hearing. In Pakistan, cleric cum politician Maulana Fazlur Rahman threatened to lock down the entire country as a deadline set by him calling for Prime Minister Imran Khan's resignation expired last night. The leader of Jamiat Ulema-e-Islam Fazl, JUIF, addressed a mammoth protest rally in Islamabad at the end of the two-day deadline. He had led a caravan of supporters dubbed the so-called Azadi March to Islamabad last week in an attempt to pressure Imran Khan to step down. In women's cricket, India registered a comfortable 53-run win over West Indies in the second ICC Women's One-Day International in North Sound last night. India were able to defend a modest total of 191 runs by bowling out the West Indies for 138 in 47.2 overs and levelled the three-match ODI series 1-1. The two teams will face off in the third ODI on Wednesday. And that is the end of this news bulletin.